Hello everyone, Adiutorium here, and in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to create choice hover effect in RPG Maker MZ and MV. As we all know, RPG Maker has an inbuilt choice selection feature. However, the choice selection feature is quite limited. Not only do the choices are limited to 6, there is also no inbuilt feature to create hover effect for the choices, which makes the choice selection sometimes feels bland and not very flexible. Fortunately, there is an easy way to create the hover effect, and this makes the choice selection much more interesting and can be used for many purposes, such as for character selection, map selection, etc. Before we get into the tutorial, I want to remind you guys that you can download the sample project of what we are working on this video, as well as what we've created before and in the future on my itch.io page. The sample projects are available for free, and you guys can download it and open it yourself so you can implement the features and mechanics easier to your project. The link will be in the description and comment down below. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. For this video, I'm going to create the effect on RPG Maker MZ. However, you can do it too with RPG Maker MV. There is only a slight difference on the syntax of one script call, which will be mentioned on this video, but everything else is the same. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is to create the event that will show the choices. So let's create an event here. Let's give it the name choice event. Let's choose a sprite image for the event. I will just use the actor's sprite image, so it's more like talking to a character. And now let's make this event show choices. To do that, we open event commands, first page, show choices. For the first part of the tutorial, we are going to focus more on implementing and testing the hover effect. So for now, we can just name the choices randomly. I will just name them from 1 to 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I will set the cancel to branch. It is simply a much simpler and cleaner solution for cancel in show choices. We click OK, and for now, our choice event is basically finished. We don't really need to make any commands for each choices for now, because again, we just want to focus more on implementing and testing the hover effect first. Click apply, OK, and our choice event is finished. Now that we have our choice event, we will need to create another event that will handle the hover effect. So let's create another event right here. I will name it hover event. And this event can stay transparent, or you guys can configure this event any way you want. What's important is that you set the trigger into parallel. Now this event is going to check which choice we are hovering on the choice window, and enables us to do something based on which choice is being hovered. To do that, we are going to use the conditional branch. So let's open event command, first page, and on the flow control, we are going to choose conditional branch. In the conditional branch window, we go to the fourth tab and we use script condition. And for the script that is going to be used is this script. For RPG Maker MV, the script will be a bit different. However, it will function all the same. Basically, this script will check if the choice that's been specified on this script is currently being hovered on the choice window. And to specify the choice that we want to check, we go to the end of the script, and as you can see, there is a number here. This is the index of the choice. It ranges from 0 to 5, with 0 being the index of the first choice and 5 being the index of the sixth choice. In JavaScript, index starts from 0, and so although the choices start from 1, their index starts from 0. So this condition script will check if the first choice on the choice window is being hovered. We will create the conditional script to check the hover status of all choices. This is for the first choice, so let's click OK. And now we have the conditional branch that checks if the first choice on the choice window is being hovered. Before we create the hover effect, let's create the other conditional branches for the other choices. Since we use all 6 default choices, we are going to need 5 more conditional branches. So let's just copy this conditional branch and make 5 copies of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, all that we need to do is to change the index to match the index of the choices. We will start with this one. We press space to edit, and here all we need to change is the index. in RPG Maker MV, you will do the same. Now for this, we are going to change the index to 1. Now we have the conditional branch that will check if the second choice is being hovered. For the next one, we are going to change the index into 2. Now we have the conditional branch that will check if the third choice is being hovered. Now the next one, we change the index into 3. Now we have the conditional branch that will check if the fourth choice is being hovered. For the next one, we are going to change the index into 4. Now we have the conditional branch that will check if the fifth choice is being hovered. And for the last one, we are going to change the index into 5. Now we have the conditional branch that will check if the sixth choice is being hovered. Now let's create the hover effect. For the hover effect, it can be anything really. You can show pictures, change the character sprite, show animation, etc. For this example, let's just show picture. Let's make it so that each choice will show different pictures when being hovered. It's very simple to do. We only need to use one picture ID and simply change the picture image for every choice. Let's make it. Let's start with the first conditional branch, which is for the first choice. Inside the conditional block, let's open event command, second tab, show picture. Here, you can use any picture ID that you want. Since we don't use any other picture on this example project, we can safely use the picture ID 1. As for the image, when the first choice is being hovered, I want to show this image. Let's click OK and then OK again, and we get our show picture command. Since we want the picture to change with every hovered choice, we need to use the same picture ID. And so we can just use the same picture command. So let's just copy this one and paste it on the other conditional blocks. So here, 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 and here. And now all we need to do is to change the picture that will be shown on each conditional branch. Let's start with this one. Press space to edit, change the image. I want it so that when the second choice is being hovered, the image that will be shown is this one. We click OK, OK again, and now just do the same for the rest. For the third choice, I want the picture to change to this one. For the fourth choice, I want the picture to change to this one. For the fifth choice, I want the picture to change into this one. And for the last choice, I want the picture to change into this one. And we are finished. Click apply and OK. Since we are using picture as the hover effect, it is best to remove the picture if the choice window is cancelled. That way, the picture won't linger even after the choice window is not there anymore. To do that, open the choice event, and on the cancel block, open the event command, second page, and erase picture. Here, put the ID of the picture that you use as the hover effect. On this example, we use the picture ID 1, so we don't need to type anything, it is the default. Click OK, and that's basically it. Click apply, OK, and now let's test it out. Okay, we are already on the game, and right off the bat, there is a problem. The image that is supposed to appear for the first condition, which is if the first choice is hovered, already appears. This is because by default, the value of choice window index is 0. And so from the beginning of the game, this condition is already fulfilled. However, this is a very easy fix. We'll fix it after this. But this problem won't stop us from being able to test the hover effect. So let's just try to interact with our choice event here. And as you can see, our choice window has appeared. We have 6 choices here. Let's try to hover on them. And as you can see, the hover effect works. The picture changes with each choice, just like the way we made it in the conditional branch. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, so now we are already in the editor, and the first thing that we want to do is of course to fix the issue with the picture appearing from the start of the game. The solve is actually very simple. All we need to do is to make it so that the hover event will only activate once a certain switch has been turned on. To do that, let's open the choice event. In the choice event, just before the show choices command, we will want to turn on the switch. So let's open event command, first tab, control switches. Here, we will need to create a new switch. So let's create a new switch. Let's give it the name hover effect. click apply, OK, and for the operation, turn it on. Now, this switch will need to be turned off once the choice is finished or if it's cancelled. But since we don't have anything going on the choice right now, we don't really need to think about the scenario of the choice being finished. However, we do have the cancel block, and so we need to take care of that. So let's copy this control switch command and paste it on the cancel block just after the erase picture. And in here, we will want to turn off the switch. Click OK, apply, and that's basically the configuration you need to make on the choice event. Now we need to go to the hover event. In the hover event, all that we need to do is to set the condition for the hover event. So here in the condition configuration of the event page, turn on the switch and simply select the switch of the hover effect. Click OK, apply, and that's it. Let's test it. Okay, so now we are already in the game, and as you can see, the problem is solved. The picture no longer appears from the start of the game. Now if we try to interact with our choice event, as you can see, it works normally. The hover effect, it works. The image appears, and if we try to cancel, the image disappears. So yeah, now it's working well. Okay, so now that we already implement the system for the hover effect and understand how it works, let's try to make something out of it. An actual system. Let's try to make a character selection feature with this effect. The character selection feature that we will be making here is just one simple example. You can definitely create a better version of it, but this can be a good template. For the character selection feature, it is important to remember that the actors for the player character depends on your own game. In this video, we are using RPG Maker MZ's default actors, so these 8. Make sure that you make this feature the way you configure the actors in your game. To make the character selection feature, let's first open the hover event. Now, on the current hover effect, we already have pictures of the default RPG Maker MZ actors that will be shown on each choice. Again, you guys can customize and make this feature as creative as possible. For this example, we are just going to let the picture also shows, just for better indicator. Now usually, if we want to change the actor of the player character, we will first need to remove the current actor, then add the specific actor that we want to use as the player's character. However, this method takes extra steps, and it's also quite rigid. If you have a big character pool that you can switch into, the conditions can get complex really fast. Fortunately, there is an easy way to do this, and that is by using a script call. Let's start from the first conditional branch here, which is the condition for the first choice in the choice window. After the show picture command, we will want to run a script call. So let's open event command, third tab, and script. And the script that will be used is this script. This is the script we can use to instantly change the actor of our player's character into the specified actor that we want. This script works for both RPG Maker MZ and MV. So if you are using RPG Maker MV, you can use the same exact script call too. The first part of the script is where the changing happens. As you can see, the script defines the actor that will be the actor 0, which is the player character. The only thing that we will need to change here is this number. This is the actor ID of the actor that we want to change into. Since this is the first choice in the choice window, then we will want our player character to be actor 1, so we don't change anything here. Following this part, there are 2 refresh. The first refresh is to update the character graphic, and the second refresh is to update the map. Both of these refresh are necessary. Now, it is important to know that this script is more suitable for single character game with no party or follower, as using this script might create character duplicate in your party. So if you are using a party or follower system in your game, then you might want to resort into using swapping method. With that being said, now we already have the script, so let's click OK. And now the script call command is made. Since the other conditional branches will have similar effect, let's just copy this script call into the other conditional blocks. Okay, all the conditional branches already have their character switching script call. Now, similar to what we did with the picture, all we need to do is to change the actor ID on the script call of each conditional branch, so every conditional branch will change the player character into different actors. Let's start with the second conditional branch, which is the condition for when the second choice in the choice window is being hovered. We click on the script call command and press space to edit. And all we need to change here is this actor ID. Since this is the second choice, I want the player character to change into actor ID 2. So let's change this to 2. We click OK. And now the player character will change into actor ID 2 when the second choice is being hovered. Now we just do the same for the rest of the script calls. For the third choice, let's change the actor ID to actor ID 3. For the fourth choice, let's change the actor ID to 4. For the fifth choice, let's change the actor ID to 5. And lastly, for the sixth choice, we are going to change the actor ID to 6. And we are basically done. The hover effect for the character selection feature is finished. We click apply, OK. And now, although we are still only halfway finished, we can first test the hover effect. Okay, so now we are already in the game and we are going to test the hover effect for the character selection feature. Let's interact with the choice event here. Our choice window has appeared. Now let's try to hover over all the choices. As you can see, not only does the picture appears, the player's character also changed into the actors that has been specified for each hover choice. So our hover effect is working well. However, because we are only halfway done, if we try to cancel the choice window, the character will remain and not return to default. So now, let's return to the editor and finish this character selection feature. Okay, so now we are back on the editor, and for the finishing, we are going to do it on the choice event. So let's open our choice event. Okay, so there are several things that we need to do here. First, in character selection, usually the character will show the front side of their body. But because we face the choice event upwards, our character shows its back. So let's make the player character face downward when the character selection happens. So at the very top, let's create an event command. Second tab, set movement route. In the movement route, we set the target to player. And here, the only move command that we need to add is turn down. We click OK, and that's it. The next thing I want to do is to give the choices proper names. Currently, it's just 1 to 6. Functional, but definitely not a character selection. So I'm just going to throw some names for the characters here. So let's name this one Raid. The second one Priscilla. The third one Anselm. The fourth one Michelle. The fifth one I don't know, Jackson or something. And the sixth one, let's give it the name Elana. And click OK. And that's basically it. Of course, the naming is just subjective. You can make it any names that you want. Now, for the command for each choices themselves, we don't really need to add much, since the actor changing is already done on the hover effect. So for this example, let's just add some feedback. We'll make the character jump when they are selected and also remove the picture. First, let's make the character jump when they are selected. It's very simple. Inside the choice block, we create an event command. Second tab, set movement route. And in here, we set the target to player. And the only move command that we need to add is the jump. We don't need to add any X or Y, just leave it at 0, 0, so the player will jump on place. Click OK, and we are done with the movement route. Now, since the other choices will have the same effect, let's just copy this move route into all the other choice blocks. So let's copy this and put it here, 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 and here. Now that we are finished with the feedback, let's erase the picture. We already did this on the cancel branch, so we can just copy the erase picture command into all the choices. Let's just copy this. And we'll put the erase picture command above or before the jump. Put it here, 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 and here. Awesome. Now the last thing we need to improve is the cancel block. Currently, if the choice window is cancelled, the player character will remain changed when it shouldn't be. It should only change once the choice has been selected, not hovered. To fix this issue, all we need to do is to simply run the script call that will change the actor back into the default actor. This can be different based on your game, but since we are using default RPG Maker MZ actor, our default actor is actorID 1. We can just copy the script call from the hover effect. So let's just go to the hover event. And here, we will copy the script call from the first choice. This is the script call that will turn the player character into the default actor, which is actorID 1. Let's just copy the script call and return to the choice event. And then we paste it on the cancel block. Oh yeah, one very important thing. Don't forget to also turn off the switch for the hover effect once a choice has been selected or finished, which means we need to also copy this control switch that will turn off the hover effect on all the selection block. This way, when the selection is made, the hover effect will be turned off. So let's copy this and then paste it just above the erase picture. So right here, 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 and here. And that's basically it. Our character selection is done. Click apply, okay, and now let's test this feature out. Okay, so now we are already in the game and let's test our character selection feature. Let's interact with our choice event here. And as you can see, our character now turns down. And just like before, if we hover over the choices, the image and player character will change. And if we try to cancel the choice window, the character will return to use the default actor and the picture will be removed. Now let's try to change our character. As you can see, when the option is selected, the character jumps and the picture will be removed too. So yeah, our simple character selection made with choice hover effect is working well. This is just a very basic version of it. You guys can definitely make a much better version of character selection than this one. You guys can also use the hover effect for many other features like map selection, item selection, puzzle, etc. There are a lot of possibilities. So yeah, that's a tutorial for choice hover effect in RPG Maker MZ&MV. I hope this tutorial can help you guys or give inspiration. The sample project of what we are working on this video will be available on my itch.io. You guys can download it for free and the link will be on the description and comment below. So yeah, hope this video helps. I'll see you in the next video. Good luck and God bless.